So how many of you All Tomorrow's fans out there have ever wondered what the Q's daily lives were like? I mean, outside of creating genetically engineered monstrosities. Well, I have often wondered about it. The thing about fictional villains, or even real villains, is that we like to think of their entire existence as being comprised only of the few things that we're ever told about them. They do bad stuff, then go into a short hibernation until it's time to show themselves again and do more bad stuff. But that's just not how these things work. They're living, breathing things and have the intelligence to do all the things we do and more. The Q are probably no different. Now, I have done videos before where I've talked about looking at things from the Q's perspective and, of course, have been accused by a small handful of special people of defending the Q or justifying their actions. Well, I guess it's time to trigger a few more of these guys, because this is going to be another video where we take a look at things through the eyes of the Q. So first of all, what do we know about them? We know they like travelling through the cosmos and genetically modifying living things. We also know that they consider themselves to be the rightful rulers of the galaxy, and that they have their own religion. The fact that they're religious, fanatically so at that, is quite interesting because it shows that there is some depth to their existence. There is something more to their society other than going around doing mean things to star people. Some people are of the opinion that the Q are a hive mind and are basically just unthinking monsters, but I've often thought that, as is the case with our world, the average Joe or Joan in Q society might be more or less peaceful and never actually cause harm to anyone. They just want to get by in the society they were born into, with their rulers, like ours, being absolute scumbags who don't recognise any limits to their own power. It could be, as much as people hate the Q, that it's actually just a small handful of Q leaders calling the shots, and at some point they decided that their race was going to go around pwning any other civilization that they happened upon. And of course, some Q citizens will be for it, some will be actively against it, and some won't care either way. I'm sure some people will probably say that I'm humanising them too much, and maybe I am, but it's just a theory and a bit of fun, so try not to take it too seriously. Now, an ordinary Q in its daily life, as a part of the Q Empire, may be something like a pleb in the Roman Empire, just a worker who doesn't get paid an awful lot. If the Q use money, I mean they probably don't, but nobody can say for certain besides the author. They would have the equivalent of what we call a job, or maybe a set of duties that they perform on a daily basis, after which they go back to their dwelling and chill out. They're an intelligent species, so it could be that they do the whole friends and family thing like many humans do. Maybe they engage in leisure activities of some sort. I'm not saying the Q go bowling after work or play Xbox, but they could have things that they do to unwind, like reading the great works of literature by Q intellectuals of the past, or going for a peaceful flyabout near some picturesque areas of the planet they're living on. Or it could be something totally bizarre and out there that we can't even think of. I don't know, they're aliens. We also know that because of the creation of the hedonists, that the Q like to keep pets. As much as it may enrage some people to hear me say this, could it be that the Q have a softer side? If they have pets, of which they take great care, it could mean that the average Q has the capacity for empathy and is capable of caring for other living things. Most experts agree that empathy is a cornerstone of any intelligent race becoming successful in its evolution, so the Q would need to have had this at least at some point within their psychology and their history, and maybe they still do, even during the events of the book. And now, going back to the topic of religion, it could be that the Q regularly engage in rituals of worship. Maybe this is a weekly or even daily thing, where they worship their deity or deities and pay tribute to them in some way. The Q are living organisms, and as such they will need sustenance. The form this takes is unknown. Would they need water? Maybe, maybe not. They may also need food, but again, of what form this would take, we do not know. Maybe they drink liquefied nutrients that are created by rearranging the atoms of other harvested matter. Maybe they make their own meals from alien vegetation that they grow themselves. Maybe they eat raw star people flesh. Nobody knows. So with all of this in mind, we can surmise that the daily life of an average member of the Q race would involve eating, going to work, spending time with their friends and family, engaging in hobbies, looking after their pets, and engaging in religious practices, such as attending services in which they pay tribute to the ones they worship. Or maybe they don't do any of this and they're just grotesque space bugs that live in high-tech floating hives in outer space, buzzing around each other mindlessly, waiting for their masters to unleash them on another unsuspecting planet where they'll cause death, destruction and mayhem, destroying entire civilizations and giving a new meaning to the term body horror. The point is, I don't know. Nobody apart from CM Kozeman knows for certain. But the point of this video, as with many of my others, is to start a discussion among you guys. No doubt many of you will come up with some fascinating ideas and theories on what you think the Q's daily life was like, and I really look forward to reading them in the comment section below. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching guys. If you enjoyed this video then please hit the like button, share the video and subscribe, and I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who has done so already. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to check out the Beware the Q merch store, the link is in the description. Thanks for watching, this has been Beware the Q, and I'll see you in the next video.